Alright, so today we have a review of the Komatsu Pc360LC made by First Gear in 1/50th scale. So starting off the review, zoom in on the cab. You do have a nice Komatsu decal right here on the cab. All the handrails are plastic on the model, so this does bend a little bit. You have a nice mirror right there. You can see there's a nice cab insert on the in the cab of the model, and then there is a simulated windshield wiper right here. Coming to this side, as you can probably see, you can see it a little better right there. There is a little rubber antenna right here, which is nice. You have a nice plastic handrail. I'm not really a fan of the handrail, of the plastic handrails, and the handrails look a little oversized for this machine. But anyways, you have a nice simulated latch here where an engine compartment would be. You have a nice Komatsu decal right here. Coming to the rear of the machine, you do have a nice Komatsu decal across the counterweight. You have a nice warning decal on one side and some simulated reflectors. As on the PC350, they have also included a reverse camera on the PC360. I like this one better than the one on the 350 because it's actually molded into the counterweight. It's not a little piece of plastic that sits on top. And then you have some simulated lifting eyes. Coming to this side, you do have a nice vent that's simulated into the casting for the engine, and you have another latch right there. A nice PC360 decal right here, a nice Komatsu decal right there, and then some more plastic handrails. They don't really seem like they're gonna bend very easily, but if you put enough pressure on them, I'm sure they'll bend and break. Coming to the top, you can see there's some reservoirs right here. I'm not really sure. I believe these are hydraulic. I believe this is your fuel cap right there. So your fuel reservoir would be right there. And then you have a bunch of anti-slip texture on top of the machine. A plastic handrail on top of the engine cover, which is all plastic. And you have a nice exhaust. Isn't too oversized, which I like. Coming to the front of the machine, you can see there's some cast-in hydraulic lines that have rubber ones that run to them for the boom cylinders. Coming to the boom, you do have some work lights on both sides of the boom. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get this, but as you can see, there are work lights on both sides of the boom. Zooming back out, as you can see, functionality. The stick will go out that far, and it will come in this far. But my cylinders are loose because their cylinders are plastic, and that's one thing I'm not a fan of these first gear. Any really first gear model that has hydraulics, the bucket will go out that far. The bucket will go in that far, which is it's okay. They could have done better. The stick and boom will go up that high, and then the dig depth is about that low. It does spin a total 360. Mine's a little stiff. It does seem to be a little jerky, but I mean, it's a first gear model, so I mean, it's not really like a high end. It's still a nice model. It's still a nice piece to have, but I mean, I think they're kind of like neck and neck with like Norscot. It's definitely not the quality of like an NZG or a Conrad, but it's still a little nicer than a Norscot. So coming to the back, which I like a lot on these first gear models, is they actually model all the hydraulics in rubber. It would be nice if these were actually hard, not rubber, but then like it would be nice if this was just the rubber and these were all hard, but not cast in like some manufacturers like to do. The tracks on the model do roll fairly easy, as you can see on a smooth surface. They have no problem biting. But that's kind of really about it for this review. Like I said, it's just basically the PC350 updated. It's just PC360. It's obviously the PC360 replaced the 350. It's a nice model. I would recommend getting one if you like to collect Komatsu excavators, or you're just looking for a new excavator. I still do prefer the 330 or 336 made by Norscott over these, just because the cylinders on them can hold, and you can customize them a lot easier than these. But it's a nice model to have. So that's really about it for this review. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Do you want to see a review of anything, just shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram, or leave a comment. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. Both links will be in the description. I highly recommend following us on Instagram because I update that more often than Facebook. But lately, since I'm off from school, I have been updating both kind of frequently. So that's really about it for this review. So thank you for watching. Feel free to ask any questions, and stay tuned for the next video.